Alright, hey you two, time for another Death Battle doubleheader again because I'm just too lazy to do them when they come out anymore. I just gotta wait until there's another one out before I finally do it, and then... oh well, this time we got Scooby-Doo versus Courage the Cowardly Dog, and I vaguely remember the Courage character, but... I don't know, didn't really stick with me. Scooby-Doo, well... I kind of will stick by the big old Great Dane because of what the whole fandom considers to be the gold standards, the Star Trek II of the franchise, Scooby-Doo on Zombie Island. It reinvigorated interest in the brand. It's still considered the best Scooby movie of all by most fans, and it's personally, I find it one of the best animated movies ever. So, without further ado, let's just get right into it. 3, 2, 1, badingo!
Scooby-Doo, the miraculous mutt from Mystery Incorporated.
Courage, the cowardly dog straight out of nowhere.
Canis familiaris,
Yeah,
man's
who
best
made that
friend,
cartoon?
The dog. No animal companion has stood by humanity's side as long or as loyally.
Even and maybe especially.
Except for that
these
husky
two
in John
yellow-bellied,
Carpenter's The
lily-livered
Thing.
Scaredy cats. Or dogs. He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle. Throughout the ages, countless philosophers have posited the same question time and time again.
Scooby-Dooby-Doo, where are you?
Pretty much everywhere. From cartoons to comics, from video games to board games, from live
Oh,
theater
they
to
showed
Incredible
Night of a
major
Hundred
motion
Frights.
picture of all
That
time.
is
He's the
probably the best
greatest
Scooby game there
family.
is.
But his monumental
Great 3D
presence in popular
Metroidvania.
culture belies his humble origins. Born to Momsy and Dada Doo in Doosville, USA.
Doosville ain't what it used to be ever since they moved all those manufacturing jobs to Bangladesh.
The young Scoobert was adopted by the Rogers family and their prodigal gluttonous son, Norville, better known by his friends as Shaggy.
Those friends being Velma Dinkley, Daphne Blake, Fred Jones, and sometimes...
With their powers combined, they are Mystery Incorporated. A cadre of
I still have yet to watch that version,
teenagers
though.
traveling
That's
the Nixon-era United
considered the
States
best
pushed
TV
up
version.
Brooklyn, foiling seemingly paranormal crimes and unmasking corrupt authority figures.
all of whom definitely would have gotten away with it too if it weren't for those meddling kids and their dog.
Scooby is indispensable in Mystery Inc. investigations. Great Danes were bred by 17th century German nobility to hunt bear, boar, and deer, which means he's a master tracker. Scooby's super sniffer nose can root out the bad guys no matter how well
pup named
hidden.
Scooby-Doo. What can I say? I grew up with that
Or
shit.
chamber dogs, because they stay in their prince's chambers and protect them from assassins. Such brave, fearless doggos.
Too bad for Shaggy and the gang, the apple didn't just fall far from the tree, it defied the laws of Newtonian physics and rocketed into space at the speed of light. Because Scooby is an absolute coward.
He's terrified of his own shadow and constantly anxious about everything imaginable. And his only motivation is his delicious Scooby snack.
Hex
Which makes it so
Girls!
baffling that he's actually kind of a badass.
Scooby's a master of the dupe, a classic technique of cartoon tricksters.
Sometimes called the power of positive assertion. Scooby flexes his mastery of disguise to fool would-be attackers, like seducing zombies as a belly dancer, or tricking a jester into entering an existential
That
crisis.
wasn't part of Zombie
This
Island,
man
that
was
much I
so
remember.
thoroughly convinced to rethink his entire life, he went all the way home and got into bed before realizing he'd been fooled.
Obviously, these disguises shouldn't work at all, but Scooby's just so supernaturally talented, they just do. See, this is a perfect example. No one in their right mind would think that that's anyone but Boomstick in an awful wig and makeup.
That's my mom.
So sorry, man.
Okay, who didn't see that coming?
Disguises sound completely impossible. That's because they are. You might have thought of the Scooby-Doo series as being pretty grounded with all its men and masks, but then one day, the mask did not come off.
Zombie Island, baby!
Never time again. The monsters started being real, and Scooby became just as bonkers to match. Like, remember those Scooby snacks? They started to give him a physical boost in strength.
Like Popeye's
kind of
spinach.
Popeye's spinach. That's
I just said that!
Shaggy's brilliant uncle, Albert Shackelford, upgraded those snacks with nanite technology, giving them a variety of
Because why not?
visibility, robotic armor, force field, super intelligence, and panther!
Yeah, nanomachines, dog! And we're just getting started. He can stretch and squash his body any way he likes, even duplicating himself or regenerating from damage.
Like being chopped into pieces, crumbling into dust, or just blowing up.
His soul was literally scared out of his body, and both his body and soul kept going at the same time. That doesn't make sense.
He can appear in multiple places at once, ignore the laws of gravity, rewind time with his time scepter, or
Gotta love these tune
draw
powers.
things into existence.
But he's just
and
gotta
mess
clinch him
with
to
the
win.
plot of his own show.
Things getting a little too spooky for him? He'll just cut to commercial break.
He's also got weapons like the Super Spooker 3000, a gun that instills fear into the hearts of man.
And no, not like an actual gun. It literally shoots fear.
Or the Chest of Demons, an ark containing 13 monstrous ghosts.
Ghosts!
Should you be trapped within its grasp, your body and soul will be imprisoned in everlasting torment in this heretofore undiscovered 10th circle of hell.
Neat! Scooby-Doo has dodged laser beams and electromagnetic waves, survived being at the epicenter of an explosion that blew up time, and successfully performed the Zabriskie Triangle with Shaggy and Maddie Ziegler.
The Zabriskie Triangle is a dance so unbelievably dangerous that even imperfect executions have caused widespread destruction.
When performed perfectly, it was so beautiful it literally lit up the entire universe and blew up the enormous snow globe containing it. It makes sense if you watch the show. Actually, no, it doesn't.
Taking this literally, we can measure the volume of the broken glass compared to the size of our entire cosmos within it. In order to shatter what is essentially an enormous glass superstructure, each dancer would have to be generating enough energy to destroy our universe 11 quintillion times over.
That's right. Maddie Ziegler is a universe buster.
With Scooby-Doo
Wait,
and their nigh omnipotent
so Megatron should have
mascot,
just called in
Mystery
Scooby.
Incorporated has saved the world from alien
I mean, they've
invasion,
both been on Saturday
wielded
mornings at
power
the
of
same
a
time,
yellow
so why
lantern
not?
ring, and was even made a member of the Mystery Analysts of Gotham by Batman himself.
Yes,
Oh.
Batman, the
Oh,
world's
yeah.
greatest detective, recognizes Scooby's skills.
Even facing down and defeating the evil entity, an eldritch dark god, and surviving its death, which rewrote all of reality. Yeah, you know, the talking dog that crossed over with the Harlem Globetrotters and Don Knotts defeated Satan. No biggie.
So, where is Scooby-Doo? He's solving mysteries and saving the world with his found family.
Also, he's an alien.
Wait, what? We interrupt this program to bring you Courage, the Cowardly Dog Show, starring Courage, the Cowardly Dog.
Okay, you got me about the alien part. I'm just stumped as you are.
Nowhere with her husband, Eustace Bagg.
But creepy stuff happens in nowhere.
It's up to Courage to save his new home.
Stupid Wiz, you made me look bad. Ooga booga booga!
You're breathing on me. Get away.
Ew, boomstick
But
breath.
who wouldn't be excited for one of animation's mightiest mutts?
Courage is an adorable pink beagle with a heart of gold and an undying love for his doting Scottish mistress.
Beagles
Yeah,
are
but that other guy,
with
fuck
intense
him.
separation anxiety, excellent senses of smell, and a set of lungs that'll knock your
I know,
socks
my
off,
brother had a
all of
beagle
which
once.
fits Courage to a T.
Her name was
especially
Boomer.
the howling part.
To be fair,
she would go
Courage
boom.
has a lot to howl about. Nowhere USA is a magnet for interdimensional weirdness, attracting some of the strangest freaks in the world.
Like master
Will Cypher
criminals,
show
cats
up
and
at any
liquid,
time?
mattress demons, mummies, weremoles, mad scientists, gods and goddesses, aliens, robots, alien robots, this chicken, the king of flan,
Arise,
and of course,
chicken,
the
chicken,
United States
arise.
government.
And poor Courage is absolutely terrified of all of it. But his devotion to Muriel means he'll always step up and fight the good fight.
Good thing he's kind of a genius. He's a brilliant engineer capable of whipping up the most devious. of
Okay,
drugs,
he's gonna have an
almost
edge on
everything,
Scooby
and
in the
he's got
brains
an unending
department.
supply of tools at his disposal.
Everything from his trusty mallet to grappling hooks, ray guns, flamethrowers, chainsaws, bombs, beagle-sized cannons, yo-yos, a mind control helmet, vampire hunting gear, and the God Bone.
An ancient artifact that is completely irresistible to any mortal dog, forcing them to lick it until they die.
Except for Courage, of course. I guess if you have the willpower to stare down a gigantic purple foot mobster, you can resist.
You
even the
know,
most
there's gonna be
delicious of
people out there
treats.
turned off,
And he can pull
turned on
all
by
this
that, but
stuff
who
out
am I
of
to
his ass
judge?
Anytime he wants. He always has exactly what he needs.
All thanks to his computer named Computer. A sentient desktop which knows almost anything and everything, even if he has a bit of an attitude about it.
Which means he's always prepared.
Problem, since Scooby's not going to be able to call Velma because that's outside help.
From inanimate objects to monsters to different animation mediums entirely. Courage usually uses this as a form of charades to communicate with others, but don't get it twisted. These aren't just visual animation gags. His body is actually shapeshifting.
Courage's body is a canvas upon which his imagination runs wild. He can stretch to crazy lengths, shrink to microscopic sizes, turn invisible, appear anywhere he wants, or duplicate himself.
He's also effectively immune to damage. Oh, he still feels pain, but apparently his sheer terror overrides it.
Like the times he tore himself in half, or turned himself fully inside out. The dude somehow vaporized his entire body completely.
Great, this is going to be like Deadpool versus Deathstroke. Deathstroke just had no way to put down the regenerating degenerate for good.
Anatomically correct. Until it isn't. Courage can create
Cobra.
objects from his imagination and often breaks the fourth wall, directly addressing the audience.
Now, you would think being an impossible-to-kill force of nature would boost his confidence a bit, but isn't that what anxiety does to you? It undermines your sense of self-worth and magnifies the problems.
This is sounding like they're better help
Sure,
adverts.
but Courage is also fighting gods just as powerful as himself. Like this enormous alien which could spike meteors so hard it spun the Earth 1,000 years into the future. That's crazy.
Then Courage got shot out of a cannon that punched him through the moon, only to get slapped by that same alien and sent crashing back to the planet. And he was fine.
Courage is strong enough to physically patch up holes in the ozone layer, hold stars in his hands, and scream so loud he shattered the sun.
A scream like that would be like getting hit with over 100 septillion hydrogen bombs all at once, which is, you know, a lot.
And keep in mind, the sound waves of his scream would have had to travel through the near vacuum of space. Basically a complete scientific impossibility.
Next time you replace my beers in the fridge with LaCroix, I'm getting my boy Jack Spaniels to blow up the sun. You've been warned.
That's not all. One time he operated a
LaCroix water
proton
sucks
controlling
anyway.
UFO and
I had
propelled it
some
fast
last
enough to fly
Thanksgiving.
past Saturn, enter hyperspace, and cross the Milky Way galaxy.
Though Courage's greatest challenge came from inside his very home. A monster who tortures his poor pooch every single day. A depraved, psychotic motherfucker. The true Prince of Darkness. The greatest villain in cartoon history. Eustace!
He even collected all of Courage's greatest foes like a Legion of Doom, all to mercilessly beat Courage to a pulp in a game of dodgeball.
He gives all rednecks a bad name, Wiz. I want to end him. Low.
Okay, well, Courage's accumulated PTSD always held him back until he met a kindred spirit, another cowardly monster hunting hound. Scooby-Doo.
Oh yeah, I remember him.
Together, they discover the source of
Oh
no
yeah,
weirdness,
I mean, they did a RoboCop and
dark
Terminator
matter
death battle,
meteor
even
that
though they've
controlled
met in
reality
comics.
itself.
Originally the meteor that wiped out the dinosaurs, its dark matter can rewrite the laws of physics, control minds, and turn Courage into a giant kaiju.
Taking the meteor for himself, Courage finally faced his fears, defeating this cicada queen goddess thing and saving his family once and for all. Yes, even Eustace.
Shit!
So let that be a lesson to any who would encroach upon the Bag's humble farm. It has a protector.
He may be small, and he may be scared, but standing up to our fears is what makes us brave in the first place. That's why his name is Courage.
All right, the combatants are set. We've run the data through all
Eggplant.
It's
What is this,
time
Kid
for a
Icarus?
dog battle! Oh, God, when I say it like that, it sounds...
Yeah, that's right. I just realized this is dogfighting. And Scooby probably has an uphill battle here.
Ariel! Ariel!
Maggie? Maggie? Maggie?
Ah, ass touch ass!
Terrence, no rhythm. Me? What do I do? What do I do?
Aren't you two supposed to fight? Okay, that provokes... Alright, there's the motivation.
Rabbit's got it! Rabbit's thanks! Come on, come on!
Some more. Yeah, the turd wins! Ouch. Oh, I'm loving the music. I'm gonna have to listen to that later. The animation, I wasn't expecting anything this good. Like CGI backdrops and what looks like hand-drawn animation. Gojira! Gojira! Gojira!
Oh, there's one more thing.
Come in here, big boy.
How to defeat a Great Dane with a speech impediment, eh? You twit.
Oh! Yay! Fourth wall breaking! Oh boy. Well, he survived destroying the universe.
All dogs love their bones, don't they?
Alright, he's got the cyber Scooby snacks.
This could be bad.
That's not creepy at all.
My name is Chad James. And it's not.
You already did the universe busting trick. This isn't gonna really work. Yeah, and the sun shattering thing. Nah. It's gonna be a no contest.
Stupid dogs! You made me look bad! What's her? Well! Ow! Ow! Cut it out!
At least we got rid of this asshole.
Well, no, I hate that stupid dog!
KO!
Wait, what? Who won?
Wiz, as happy as I am to avoid on-screen
I'll take
dog
it!
murder, wasn't one of them supposed to die?
Not since the Great North Central Singularity event of 2015 have we had a result like this. It can't end like this, right?
Even with Courage's insane cosmic feats, you'd think the Zabriskie Triangle would be enough to seal the deal. But both pooches could regenerate from basically any kind of physical damage.
Both were incredibly smart in different ways. Scooby was more of a trickster with his dupes, while Courage was a scheming genius. Computer could have given Courage the edge if not for their canon crossover, where it failed to have solid information on Scooby and the gang.
So I guess it came down to their unique abilities. And for 90% of their arsenals, they were evenly matched. Transmutation, mind control, you get it. They're tunes with basically anything, except for the Chest of Demons and the Dark Matter Meteor.
Sure, the chest could theoretically always trap Courage, but he'd always be able to escape and destroy it with the Dark Matter Meteor.
But Scooby could repair the damage by reversing time and then trap him again.
And then Courage would break out again. You know where this is going.
Ultimately, this battle between man's best friends would never end.
But this is a death battle. Somebody has to die.
Someone did, Wiz. Someone did.
Anybody tell you that you're kind of scary sometimes?
I don't like dog killers.
Scooby and Courage were incredibly tough opponents that could go blow for blow.
We
for
knew that
blow.
already.
They were smart, powerful, and incredibly broken.
Doggone it, Wiz. I guess you could say Eustace had one hell of a rough day. I shih tzu not. Oh, those were powerful.
Stop. This battle is a draw.
Hi, I'm Ben, the voice
Guess
of
I was
Wiz.
right.
Thank you so
Okay,
much
I know
for
who's coming up
watching. We're
next,
about
so
to announce
I'm gonna
the
cut it
next
right here.
episode. But before we do that, if you're not a Death Battle member yet, click that join button below. See what you're missing.